Hey everybody, I'm making this video as a life update. It's been a month and a half, I think, since I've posted a video, so sorry for keeping you all waiting. Quite a bit has changed for the better, for the most part, and I also wanted, towards the end of the video, to talk about the direction that I wanted to take this channel. So I guess I'll start by saying that I am down to 269 pounds as of July 1st. That is the lightest I've been in, over a decade. I think that's about what I weighed when I was going into freshman year a decade ago. So the better part of 200 pounds down since March of 2025. I also had my scale anniversary on July 7th. I haven't weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself on that day, but the first time I had weighed myself in my adult life was July 7th of 2025. I did so at a buddy's place, and I was 395. I was almost breaking his scale. Most scales that you buy, like for your house, are top out at 400. Some top out at 500, but a lot of times, if I'd gotten any heavier, it would have been one of those situations where I'd have to actually go see a doctor to figure out how much I actually weigh. So thankfully, I was just under that threshold. That probably would have wrecked my confidence. It kind of messed with me a little bit, seeing that number, but I had been dieting for almost 4 months up to that point, and I was nervous to step on the scale, but I just had to know. And that's where I kind of figured that going 4 months with a steep caloric deficit was probably putting me closer towards what would have been just north of 450. If not, maybe even 475. You can drop a dramatic amount of weight the size I was a month's time when I was eating 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day, which was probably like a third of what I ate on an average day for like the past, like compared to like the past, like, 4 or 5 years of my life at that point. But yeah, so that's going well. I've been in the gym. I actually did take a week off from the gym not too long ago. I didn't know that about every 6 to 8 weeks you should take a week off, and I had actually kind of overexerted myself. I had been lifting heavy, a minimum of 3 times a week, three times a week for like 4 or 5 months straight, and I was liking the results, but yeah, I ended up just kind of burning out for a little bit, and also felt some soreness, and also messed up my leg for a little bit. But now everything is good, so I'm going to probably sometime in September take another week off. I guess we'll see. Maybe a little sooner, just depends. But the fitness journey has been going well. I've moved to only second shift at work. I had been working first and seconds for years, and that was messing with my sleep for sure. So now I have that sorted out, and I have consistent hours, and I can even get a few more hours at work if I want it on certain days. So that's going well as well. Work is not never really that big of a stressor on me. I know for a lot of people it can be, but my job for the most part is pretty straightforward. I do want to find other work, but I'm working on getting a car first, which that's also seen some improvement. I've got to, thanks to some family and some close friends, gotten some driving practice. I'm not quite ready for the road test just yet, but I'm about to start getting on the expressway, and then I just got to kind of work on reversing and some parallel parking, and I think I'll be ready. So probably before I turn 25 in November, I should be ready. I'm thinking I feel a lot of confidence in my driving capabilities now, and I guess I really just got to, after that, get used to driving by myself here in the near future, and just trust myself. A lot of what I've done over the past year or so has been putting trust in myself to accomplish things, and it's betting on myself has worked out for the most part. Other than that, I recently went on a hike. That was a lot of fun, being out in nature, and away from my phone. And thankfully, nothing really bad came of it. We went on a bros trip for a couple hours, and a couple hours away, and the trails were not that difficult. I'd say there were some like parts where I'm like, probably shouldn't be like old and trying to walk this part, or this is going to be a real pain in the ass if you have your kids with you. But other than that, like it was good being out in nature. The bugs didn't bother me. I got to like hold a newt, I think it was, or something. Just picked up a lizard and just like I don't know why that just stuck out to me, but that was something that was very much needed, and I'll have to do it again. Hopefully sometime in the fall, because I really just the summer weather does kill me. Like I was exhausted after that, but I got that hiker's high. I guess if you guys know what that is. My buddy was explaining that to me, and after getting done with the trail, just to get that, I don't know. It's part of it's a sense of accomplishment. Part of it is getting to finally catch your breath after finishing finishing the trail. However many miles it is altogether. But that is something that I will definitely do again in the future, and I'll have to see if I have some other buddies that would like to partake in that as well. Other than that, I finished the adventure that I was writing, and I ran it, and only half of my players died in the adventure. So, to me, maybe this seems a little crazy, a little evil, but if an adventure can be done, like if you have a group that can get through an adventure and they did, like not every group you run it for, if all of them die, I think that means the adventure is too difficult. But if you can run it and like you have people at the end that survive, then that is at the minimum, it's possible. And that's what you really want in a game, no matter what. At the end, is never put your players in an impossible situation. And for their level, it was a hard to probably a rather deadly adventure. So that was also a lot of fun. And I'm going to turn that into probably a 3-act like mini campaign, I'm thinking, from like 3rd to 5th level or 4th to 6th level, depending on how difficult I want it to be. For this group, they were 3rd level and then the 5th, so they played, or they'll go to 5th. That was like hard mode, I would probably say. Is that they got to be my lab rats for that. I'll probably, for a more casual group, I'll probably start them at a higher level. So yeah, I guess we'll see where that goes. I'd like to publish it maybe one day when I have it all worked out, and hindsight's 2020. When I check my notes after players have played and see like, oh, this would probably be something that would be important to include in the adventure, or this interaction should take place if these events unfold. It's one of those things that until you run it, you don't see where you had some like missed opportunities. But you don't need to like write out every possible thing. That's just ridiculous. You'd never get to finish the adventure. You'd never get to finish writing it, right? So yeah, creatively working on that. I've been ripping apart the 2024 D&D rules and the 2014 rules and taking what I like, and we'll probably make like a hybrid that I use for all my tables, which sounds insane, and it is. I should probably just make my own system, and at some point I probably will, with the help of like a good friend, but I don't know. I prefer for things to be at a lower level, so I never see myself going to run Dungeons and Dragons for higher than 10th level. I just think the game just kind of falls apart at that point, and I don't think that's a particularly hot take. So yeah, I think by 10th level you're essentially a demigod anyway. But other than that, I've just been trying to balance and not guilt trip myself for media consumption. It had been a very long time since I had just sat down and watched a movie by myself. I've watched quite a few movies over the past year, and a lot of them I've liked. But I actually sat down and just watched a movie. That movie was Face Off, which, if you guys haven't seen it, I'd recommend it. It's ridiculous, but the action is nonstop, and actually emotionally kind of it pulls at your heartstrings. As ridiculous as the premise is, but I gave it a shot because Nick Cage is like a meme in and of himself, and I haven't actually really watched any Nick Cage movies. I haven't seen like National Treasure. I haven't seen Vampire's Kiss, which my buddies really recommend to me. Just another ridiculous movie. I haven't seen Con Air. I haven't seen The Rock. So I started with Face Off, and I'd watch it again. A-tier movie for me. I loved it. And speaking of A-tier, not movies, but video games, I played through a video game from start to finish for the first time in a long time as well, either. Something that wasn't like a Fire Emblem or a Pokemon game. It was Resident Evil 4. This right here, played on the PlayStation 2. Maybe one day I'll do professional mode, but I loved it as well. I guess my really only knock on it was that I wish the information could have been parsed better through cutscenes. I think occasionally finding memos written in English by this Spanish-speaking cult is really odd and kind of clunky feeling to it. But like again, maybe that's a nitpick, but I would definitely play this game again in the future, and I'm going to try and like once a week just sit down and at least watch like one movie and not feel bad about it. And throughout the week, try to average close to like no more than an hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day. So on an off day, probably play for 2 to 3 hours, because throughout the week, my work week, I might be working on creative projects. So I don't want to like, I might just not have the opportunity on a work day. So yeah, that's another thing that I've been doing. So that was like I've been enjoying the past month and a half or so, and I've also kind of relaxed my diet slightly. I cut carbs pretty intensely over the past year, and now like I'll have a banana like before the gym or something like that. Sugar is good before or after a workout. That's usually the best time. Something quick burst of energy, because it digests so quickly for your lift, and also to help with protein synthesis after the gym. So get your protein after the gym as well. So all in all, things are moving in the right direction. Oh, and I'm also in therapy. I haven't been in therapy since I was 18, since COVID, and I like my therapist so far. Maybe it's a little too early to tell if it's a good fit, but they've been kind, compassionate, understanding, and they've helped me reframe some problematic thinking that I've had. So I guess we'll see where that goes. I'm uninsured, but I have a few free sessions thanks to my company's employee assistance program, and I'm hoping that it just does well for me. It serves me good, serves me well. Sorry, breaking my English, and I don't mind paying out of pocket. It's really not that expensive. I think it will be worth shelling out for at least once a month. So yeah, other than that, I guess I just wanted to talk about the direction I wanted to take this channel. As I've alluded to before, I have a love for Dungeons and Dragons. I collect a lot of stuff for it, especially miniatures. I'll probably make a video showcasing my miniature collection at some point, or at least like a few of the miniatures I really thought were cool. But I am going to make content focusing on Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not particularly tech savvy, as you can see. There will be minimal editing to this video, and maybe I'll get to pick up a few skills along the way. But I intend to, sometime in like the next month or so, I intend to review a YouTuber's third-party source book they made for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. This YouTuber has a decent-sized following, especially for the community, for Dungeon Tube, so to speak, right? So I don't want to say anything just yet. I'll hold my tongue on what exactly that book is, but you will know because once the video is published. So yeah, I'll probably still give life updates and make stuff that isn't related to tabletop gaming or Dungeons and Dragons, but I want to make stuff that I enjoy on here, and I enjoy talking about this and sharing this with what small audience I do have, and I really appreciate your guys' support. But I need to do this for me as well. So I don't really want to make like a second channel. So I'll probably like just put different things in playlists at some point. And I might end up having like a weird split audience of people that don't care about tabletop gaming, but care about what's going on in my life. And then people that care about tabletop gaming, but don't really care about what's going on in my life. And that's totally cool with me. Take what you like, what I put out, and discard the rest. That's what people, that's what do with philosophy. Oh, that's another thing. I bought a Bible recently, and I bought a copy of Meditations from Marcus Aurelius, his private journal. That has been, I've found some wisdom in both books. I am agnostic, but I do think that, again, gleaning what is useful to you and what can help you through life, and then discarding the rest. There have been a couple of books I've read already, and I have a few verses memorized. And meditation has given me a look into what Stoicism is really all about, and how it's kind of been flipped on its head in modern times. So yeah, maybe that's another video I'll do in the future too. I don't want to exactly put a label on myself, but there are definitely some philosophies that I enjoy learning about and trying to apply to my life, trying to be a man of principle. So yeah, you all take it easy. I'll see you all probably in like next month or so.